What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with breaking news hot off the press. So it looked like Stephanie White has answered a serious question in regards to Caitlin Clark returning for the 2025 season. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Now, I just made a video, man, pretty much telling y'all I don't believe Caitlin Clark is going to come back this year based off where they're sitting in the rankings. I said if they fall between 7th and 8th, I don't think she'd come back. Well, I'm here to tell you Stephanie White just spoke to the media moments ago, and this is red hot news. She's stating that she's anticipating a return of Caitlin Clark. Shout out to Tony East over with the Indy news, and he's keeping it all the way real, man. He stated that he believed that they come back. Stephanie White asked if she anticipated Caitlin Clark return before the end of the regular season. She said that's the hope. The hope is that she's come back. Now, a lot of people is kind of insinuating that Caitlin Clark could be coming back today. Now, Odyssey Sims will start today. Stephanie White says Lexi Hall to the bench. So Lexi Hall will be getting benched this game, which is I don't know why. It is what it is. And that's pretty much it. Now, I believe the coverage of this has not come out yet onto YouTube. Let me go check. I don't believe the footage of this up. Is this it? I think it just dropped. Let's give it a listen real quick and check out exactly what Stephanie White had to say live, bro. So this is a very interesting topic here, man. Let's give it a buzz. Hold on.
It doesn't really shift anything with Caitlin. I think it continues to be, the most important thing is that she's 100% when she's ready to come back. The timing, it's never ideal, but her long-term health and wellness is the most important thing.
With her being the competitor she is,
Yeah.
and a younger player, is that something you and the medical staff just kind of reiterate with her? Just, hey, it's okay, take your time. There's a big picture we got to think about here.
Yeah, and I think just the experience throughout the year, trying to come back and come back quickly, has also taught her, that she needs to make sure that she's 100%. And yes, every competitor wants to play, but at the same time, doing it the right way and making sure after we've had a couple of setbacks that we're prioritizing her long-term health and wellness is the most important thing.
You saw this team about a month ago now. They didn't have Marina. They've added Aaliyah Edwards since then. Just kind of what stands out to you watching film of kind of where this team is compared to the one that you saw in Boston?
Well, they're always in the game, and they're highly competitive. They play their butts off. Obviously, when you have a player like Marina and her ability to score and facilitate, she's dangerous. She's one of the most dangerous players in the league. So she gets a ton of attention, and then you add a great rim runner, rebounder in Aaliyah Edwards, and somebody who can attack the basket, who's a different type of complement to Tina than Liv is or than Haley Peters is. Gives them more size as well. So it's a tough matchup. There's no doubt about it.
So this last week when the roller coaster for you guys really felt the injuries, having pieces and losses. So how have you just as a staff how to keep this group together? But it sounds like also this group is one that is resilient and
Yeah.
been able to lean on each other.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we have great leadership in that locker room. This group is tight. They're connected. They stay together. Just I think for us reiterating, we've got to number one be where our feet are. We can't look too far behind us. We can't look too far in front of us. We've got to make sure that we're focused on the one day at a time. And yes, losing all three of your point guards or not having all three of your point guards is tough. And, the 2-in-1 game was an emotional blow. However, being able to add someone the caliber of Odyssey, especially, and being able to bring in Kyra, now it's just trying to integrate as quickly as possible. That position and playing Sophie out of position, it's been an adjustment. And so for us as a staff, it's shrinking the playbook, making sure we prioritize the things that can be effective for us when Sophie's running offense versus when Odyssey's running offense. And it's about connecting as quickly as we can on the floor.
One more question on Caitlin. Do you anticipate she'll be back by the end of the regular season or?
I mean, that's the hope. the hope is that she's back.
This is your first time back in Connecticut. Obviously, homecoming in Boston and homecoming here. Just what are your thoughts on being back in the building?
Oh, it's just nice to see familiar faces, and it's nice to even walking around, having dinner last night, and seeing folks that are regulars at the games, and it's really every time I've been able to see people in the organization, it feels like coming home. A lot of great people here, a lot of great memories here, so it's nice to reconnect.
You talked a little bit about Odyssey, but just a little bit more on her, some of her caliber, her experience, how she been able to acclimate into the system.
Yeah, I think the first couple of days, she was a little nervous. First game, I think you could see a little bit of first game jitters. She was a little hesitant, and and just having a conversation with her, like we.
I just want to pause this real quick. Something that stick out to me is that now that I'm watching it, instead of reading what she had to say, I'm still on my theory that I don't believe Caitlin Clark come back. For her to say she's hopeful that she's going to come back, that's the game plan. She didn't seem or look very confident in stating that Caitlin was going to come back. This is a very interesting conversation she's having with reporters today.
We need you to be you. Like, that's why you're here. Aggressive to the rim. Creating for yourself and others, getting into players on the defensive end of the floor. There's a reason that we wanted her. I thought in the second game and in the practice prior to, she was a lot better, a lot more aggressive, and we need her to continue to hunt those opportunities, get downhill, get to the rim, create for herself, create for others.
You dealt with again, a lot of adversity, a lot of different lineups you had to deal with. The injuries. Has anything stood out to you about Kelsey in particular in terms of how maybe she's taken things on from a mental load, from a play load?
Yeah, certainly, putting us at times on her back from a scoring standpoint. She's always been a great scorer. We've had to rely on her to continue to be a playmaker. The difference when you have an area on the floor with her, a Caitlin on the floor with her, and adding another playmaker, it takes some pressure off of her to be the only one. Now hopefully with Odyssey in the lineup as well, that can take some pressure off of her to be the only one. But her ability to be a primary scorer, I think her facilitating has been the one thing that she's done a lot more of, I would say, in the absence of our 2 point guards. I think it was the first game back she had 8 assists. Her ability to really just create for others as well. There's a fine balance sometimes because we need Kelsey to do what she does best, to score the basketball.
Too much.
But she's going to see a lot different defensive coverages without those other guys on the floor. And so we've got to do a better job of kind of diversifying her looks, making sure that she can still get some high percentage ones. But she's put us on her back a lot.
I'm done watching this, man. You guys can check out the rest at Tony East channel. Kelsey Mitchell doing too much. That's the verdict of the story. That's the topic of discussion. Kelsey Mitchell is doing too damn much, and she's costing us games at this point. Guys, we get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because I'm coming right back with another one. You do not want to miss it. The game is about to come on in like another hour. And like always, till next time, man, shake the damn haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.